Picture a moment where time collapses. A Tyrannosaurus rex, standing tall in a humid Cretaceous forest, finds itself face to face with a modern dolphin leaping out of ocean waves. One dominated ancient Earth with crushing jaws. The other roams today's seas with sonar clicks and social bonds. What if they could meet, not to fight, but to compare minds? Who would understand more? Who would adapt, learn, and respond faster? Dolphins are celebrated as geniuses. Thus, Rex is often cast as a mindless monster. But is that view fair? Intelligence comes in many forms. Some we recognize because they look like ours. Others we overlook because they're unfamiliar. Imagine the challenges each faced the dolphin navigating deep oceans with changing currents and predators. The Rex surviving in a world of towering herbivores and volcanic disruptions. As we begin, ask yourself, does intelligence come from emotions, memory, and learning? Or does it lie in something deeper like mastering your environment through evolution? Let's explore how brain power evolved on two opposite ends of life's timeline. Rex had a brain weighing about 400 grams larger than many dinosaurs, though small compared to mammals. But size isn't everything. CT scans show its brain was uniquely adapted for survival. It had massive olfactory bulbs, meaning an extraordinary sense of smell, perhaps even better than wolves or vultures. This helped it track prey over vast distances. Its vision was no less impressive. With forward-facing eyes and a wide field of view, Rex likely had excellent depth perception, essential for a hunter. Some scientists believe it may have seen in color, but it wasn't just about senses. The brain's cerebrum linked to decision-making was proportionally large. This suggests it didn't just react, it likely processed information and made choices. When compared to crocodiles or birds, Rex falls somewhere in between, more instinctual than mammals, but more adaptable than cold-blooded reptiles. Intelligence for Rex was rooted in sensory processing, learning from the environment, and acting quickly under pressure. It didn't need a human-like mind to dominate its ecosystem. Dolphins are among the most intelligent animals alive. Their brains are large and packed with folded neurons, particularly in the neocortex used for reasoning, memory, and language. They even have spindle neurons, once thought unique to humans and apes, associated with emotions and social awareness. In the wild, dolphins demonstrate remarkable behavior. They form lifelong friendships, give each other names using signature whistles, and use tools. Female dolphins pass hunting techniques to their young, suggesting culture. They work together to trap schools of fish, coordinate roles in groups, and help injured podmates. In captivity, dolphins solve puzzles, recognize themselves in mirrors, and follow symbolic language. One study showed dolphins understanding syntax, responding to changes in word order. They've even been used in military operations to locate underwater mines, showcasing applied intelligence in real-world scenarios. Their intelligence reflects emotional connection, learning, and innovation. Unlike Rex, whose intelligence was geared for physical dominance, dolphin intelligence revolves around social cooperation and mental adaptability. Social behavior is a major sign of intelligence, and dolphins are masters. They live in pods of 10 to over 100 members, forming alliances and rivalries. Mothers nurture calves for years, passing on knowledge through generations. In some cases, dolphins have been observed helping sick or injured members float, to breathe an act of compassion and awareness. Dolphins also use vocalizations for individual recognition and group coordination. Some researchers believe they can mimic the sounds of other species, suggesting high auditory memory. Their communication includes signature whistles, clicks, and synchronized movements that resemble choreographed routines. Meanwhile, Rex's social life remains mysterious, but recent fossil evidence points to complexity. Trackways show multiple Rexes walking together. Bone beds reveal remains of several individuals in one place. Some paleontologists suggest Rex may have hunted in groups, with juveniles assisting older individuals. If so, it might have used low-frequency rumbles or body posture to coordinate movements. Similar to elephants or birds, social intelligence, whether in sea or on land, allows for planning, cooperation, and adaptation in dynamic environments. Dolphins have incredible memories. In studies, they've remembered whistles from other dolphins after 20 years apart. They can recall specific tasks, locations, and even human cues after long periods. In the wild, memory helps them navigate, identify threats, and maintain relationships. Dolphins also learn by watching others. Young dolphins imitate mothers, learning hunting tricks like using sea sponges for protection passed through generations like cultural traditions. Memory enables dolphins to build rich social maps and behavioral routines. In contrast, we can't test a Tuator Rex directly, but looking at birds and crocodiles, its closest living relatives, we find surprisingly complex memory. Some birds remember food locations months later. Corvids recognize human faces and use tools. If these skills evolved from a common ancestor, Rex might have shared similar capacities. A predator's life demands memory, remembering prey behavior, migration paths, or safe nesting areas. Learning from experience, even without formal teaching, is critical for survival. Intelligence rooted in memory isn't about long-term trivia. It's about strategic adaptation to the world. Dolphins feel there's growing evidence that they grieve, celebrate, and comfort one another. In some pods, dolphins stay with dying members, seemingly mourning their loss. Others show joy, leaping in unison, or engaging in playful acts with no obvious benefit. Their brains have complex limbic systems, governing emotion. They even react differently to familiar humans versus strangers, suggesting recognition and emotional association. Dolphins also respond to training not just by learning tricks, but by expressing frustration or boredom, signs of emotional variation. Rex, of course, didn't leave emotional fossils, but comparing it to birds offers insights. Many birds form bonds, show distress when separated, and care for young. Fossil nests of theropods show parental behavior, such as guarding eggs. These are emotional investments rooted in attachment and survival. Scientists believe some bird species can even experience emotional contagion. While it's unlikely Rex had emotions like guilt or joy as humans define them, it may have had rudimentary feelings like fear, aggression, or even protective instinct. In experiments, dolphins demonstrate creative problem-solving. Some invent ways to get extra fish by manipulating their environment. Others learn to synchronize movements for rewards or mimic human gestures. A famous case involved a dolphin who figured out she could hide trash and bring it to trainers one piece at a time for multiple treats. That's planning and strategic thinking. Dolphins also use tools rare in non-human animals. In the wild, bottlenose dolphins use sea sponges on their snouts to avoid injury while foraging. Young dolphins only learn this if their mother uses it, evidence of cultural transmission. What about Rex? Its challenges were different. Hunting required planning, ambushing prey, predicting movement, avoiding injury. It had to adjust to seasonal changes and competition. While no evidence shows tool use, its brain and senses imply it may have adjusted strategies when hunting different prey. That's not trial and error, it's situational intelligence, like how modern predators shift tactics when facing stronger prey or new threats. Rex likely adapted in real time to its surroundings. Media shapes our perception of intelligence. Dolphins are shown as wise, smiling sea creatures. Rex is portrayed as a roaring beast with a little thought. But both images are misleading. Dolphins can be aggressive, kill porpoises for fun, and engage in deceptive behavior. That doesn't make them evil, it makes them complex. Rex, on the other hand, might have been far more sophisticated than its Hollywood image suggests. It likely had feathers, cared for its young, and possibly formed social groups. CT scans reveal a brain specialized for smell, vision, and decision-making. Its anatomy wasn't built just for brute force, it was designed for precision. Evolution doesn't waste resources. If T-Rex had a developed brain, it used it. Misconceptions arise when we judge animals by human standards or fictional portrayals. Films simplify creatures into caricatures, shaping how generations view them. Real intelligence isn't flashy, it's functional. By digging into science, we replace myths with understanding and in doing so, gain respect for how diverse and surprising nature really is. How should we define intelligence? Is it about language, memory, empathy, or survival? Different animals excel in different domains. Dolphins thrive in fluid, social, ever-changing seas. Their intelligence is cooperative, communicative, and emotional. T-Rex thrived in an unforgiving world filled with megafauna, erupting volcanoes, and extinction-level threats. Its intelligence was tactical, sensory, and perhaps even strategic. We often measure intelligence by how much something acts like us, but intelligence isn't one-size-fits-all. An octopus, a raven, and a beaver are all intelligent, just in different ways. Dolphins and T-Rex evolved intelligence to solve different problems. One, to navigate social complexity. The other, to dominate a brutal food chain. Comparing them is not about who would win a spelling bee. It's about appreciating how many paths evolution has taken to build powerful, adaptive minds. When we expand our definition, we begin to see intelligence not just in mammals, but in all creatures that survive and innovate. So, who's smarter, the dolphin, with its emotional depth and cultural memory, or the T-Rex, with its advanced senses and predatory mastery? The truth is, they both represent different types of genius. Dolphins show us intelligence in community, learning, and cooperation. T-Rex shows intelligence in dominance, adaptability, and sensory power. Intelligence is not a scoreboard, it's a spectrum. Dolphins may pass more human-like tests, but Rex didn't need to. It solved the tests nature gave it. It ruled Earth for millions of years, facing enormous challenges. Both animals are triumphs of evolution. Both are smart, just differently. And maybe the greatest intelligence of all is our ability to see value in both. The real question isn't who wins, it's what we learn by comparing.